Is your soul trying to tell you something this month? Well, I gotta tell you, April is gonna be your month to shine. It is really a divine invitation for you to trust your intuition and start moving forward on your intuitive nudges. Hi guys, my name is Heather Ness. I'm an intuitive and a numerologist, and my channel is all about understanding yourself and the world around you in a much deeper way. And today's monthly forecast is truly amazing. I'm so excited to be sharing it with you. You know, I like to look at it in two ways. Let's first look at the numerology. The month of April, because we're in a year 9, the month of April is a 4 number. And in numerology, that is really about your foundations. It's about your security. It's about working hard, taking steps forward, all of that amazing stuff. And I really feel numerologically that this is a month that is all about you looking at your foundation in your life and really asking yourself, is it what you desire? Is it what you've always dreamed of? Is it what you feel you're worth? And if there's any part of your life that doesn't line up with those things, April is a month or an invitation to begin reorganizing, to begin setting or creating a foundation that is really solid. When I was doing my meditation, the message I got for you was really about, I got this beautiful picture of a pyramid. And to me, what that means is if you look at a pyramid or like a triangle, the base is very solid. It's wide, it's strong, and it really lays the foundation for every brick that's put on top to create the pyramid. This is a month that is meant for you to look at your foundation in your life and ask yourself, does it align with who I am or who I'm becoming? I really believe that this is a year where a lot of women, especially, are going to begin looking at themselves and ask themselves, is this the life that I really feel lit up in? Is this the life that I feel inspired by? Because if it's not, it's probably your soul calling you for your soul's purpose. I really feel that this intuitively is a month of going in deep and making sure that what is in your life is the life that you really want. I know for myself, I was the type of person that college really wasn't my thing. So I went and got a job, right? And I was really good at what I did, and I became really successful. And I would say the last 20 years of my life have been focused on success and focused on really a linear path forward, right? Moving up, becoming more successful in my career, and just kind of moving forward with not really looking at, is it what really lights me up? It was something I was good at. It's something that I enjoyed doing, but it wasn't really something that lit me up. And I will say about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, I started really looking at what is it that would light me up? And the reason why I'm sharing this story is I really feel that this is a year where many, as women, sometimes we just do what we feel is right or what we're told is the right thing. Whether that's going to college or not, whether that's getting a career and moving up the ladder, whether that's starting a family, whatever it is, sometimes we just move forward with what the expectation is of us without really asking ourselves, is that really what we want? Is that really what lights us up? Is that really what feeds our soul and our heart? And I really believe over the next few years, many women are going to begin looking at, what is it that would really align with what would light me up? And this is a month that is designed to make you look a little bit more inwards and outwards to say, what is it that I want? That's inwards. And does my life, the way it's set up right now, align with that? And if it doesn't, it's time to make those moves to begin adjusting. And the key is that sometimes your soul calls you to do something that is totally different than what you did before. Like myself, right? I have always been in sales training, recruiting of salespeople. I've always been in the sales arena, in the corporate environment. Loved it. I love people. I love connecting. I love sharing, right? But even though I'm good at it, it's something that I enjoy doing when I'm doing it. it doesn't really light me up. It no longer feeds my soul, right? And I felt really drawn towards spiritual practices through meditation, Akashic records, numerology, all of these different things. And what I found was through these different ancient systems, they all lead back to your heart. They all lead back to you, right? And this is a month that you're meant to go inwards and really look at what would light you up, because it's an invitation to begin. You know, sometimes I know for myself, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I want to be really good at something before I show people how to do it or before I begin, right? And this is really a month that is inviting you to just begin, even if the path may not be so clear. You know, in life, we look at two things, right? We look at what our soul wants and what the logical thing to do. And sometimes those two things do not go side by side. Sometimes the logical path forward is a path that is very clear. You can see the end. It's actually my very first intuitive message for you, is that, you know, the difference between a plan and trust, right? So going back to that, you know, sometimes the plan, you can see every step forward and you can see the end result. And you know that if you do each step in a very linear fashion, do this first, do that next, you'll end up at that end goal, right? And then there's this other thing, or this other path that is more trust. It's related to believing in yourself, in the universe, in your vision. And that path is not as clear. It's sort of fuzzy, right? You know what you want at the end of the path, but the steps to get there don't add up, or they don't look clear. The only thing that looks clear is the first 2 or 3 steps, but the rest of it's sort of blurry. And that right there is what's called trust, right? This is a month where it's really inviting you to begin to trust yourself, to trust your desires, to trust your intuition, to trust your vision, even when the plan forward isn't clear, right? Even when it's just 1 or 2 steps forward that you can see. This is a very important thing for us to begin doing, because, you know, the universe rewards people that are willing to move forward. And the message that I'm really meant to share with you is that you've got to trust that the desire in your heart, that vision that you have in your mind, is meant for you, even if it doesn't look logical, even if it doesn't make sense to you or other people, even if it's completely different, like myself, than what you've ever done in the past. Know that this is a month that you're meant to begin trusting yourself and to begin to move forward on those things that feel really, really inspiring to you. It's so important. I really feel there's going to be an energetic shift over the next few years of women really stepping into their power, stepping into their purpose, and pushing aside what other people might think, pushing aside expectations that were placed on us, pushing that stuff aside and really leaning into our hearts and our inner knowing of what is truly meant for us. And I really feel that by lighting yourself up, you light up the world, right? It's actually a saying that Rebecca Campbell says, and I absolutely love it. And I might be getting it slightly wrong, but you understand the point. When you're lit up, you light up the world, and it's so beautiful. My next intuitive message for you is to start. Start even if you don't feel 100% ready. Even if you don't feel that you know it all. Even if you're not going to be perfect, right? Because as women, we tend to want things to be perfect. I can't say for everyone, but for many of us, and I know for myself, we want to be perfect. We have a hard time with showing that we're starting, that we're new. But the beauty in starting and just going forward, even when you don't feel 100%, is that you're going to figure it out along the way. Because the truth is, you're never going to feel like you're ready. You're never going to feel like it's the right time. You're never going to feel like you know enough. The key is to just begin. Because when your soul is calling you to start something, right, it's likely because that seed was planted in you before you ever came here. You yourself, your soul, put that seed in your heart to begin to grow, right? And the key is that when you plant a seed into the ground, you have to trust that it's going to grow, right? You also have to trust that it's going to work out, that it knows what it's doing, it knows how to make it happen. So again, it's inviting you to not just trust your desire, but to trust that you know enough to start. And what you don't know, you'll figure it out along the way. You know, we can't control everything. At least we've got to try to release control a little bit so that we can begin, right? It's part of that path that we can only see 2 steps forward. It's okay if you only know the first 2 steps and you don't know how you're going to end up with all the information or all the knowledge that you need. Just start with the steps that you have. Just start with the knowledge that you have. Just start with the knowing that you have. And you'll figure the rest out as you go. This is an invitation for you to begin. Just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. The next intuitive message that I have for you is to just trust. I think that this is pretty much a theme, right? Trust your knowing or your desire. Trust that you have enough information. The next one is trust yourself enough to just begin, right? Trust yourself to get clear on your vision. This is a month that really invites you, again, going back to the pyramid, look at your foundation and begin building a structure or a commitment forward. It's a month to just begin and start. It's a month to trust that you know enough. It's a month to trust that your inner knowing is correct. It's a month to look at your foundations and examine what needs to go, what no longer serves you, what no longer works, and what you need to begin to move forward. The key is to just start. Just start. It's okay if it's not perfect. That is really the theme of the month of April, is to begin. I really feel that the month of April is sort of like a portal or doorway to our most aligned path, to the purpose, the reason why we're here, the reason why we chose to be here right now. And if that is you, I want you this month to look at your foundation, examine it, make a plan, a loose plan, right? Because we may not have all the steps forward, a loose plan, and just begin. And if you do, I promise you, the universe wants to reward you. The universe, your higher self, your angels want to support you on your next journey, on this most aligned path. This is a month that realigns you to your path. The key is you got to start. You got to start whatever it is, whether it's looking for a new job, whether it's starting a new career, whether it's finding your new love, whether it's starting your family, whatever it is that your whole heart is calling you to. This is the month where you need to begin. Because if you begin this month, it's going to set you up for the next 3 or 4 months. We have this really beautiful magic window, I feel, that anything that we start right now in the month of April, and we continue to work on little by little over the next 3 to 4 months, it is going to bear the most beautiful fruit at the end. It truly will. It's going to bring you the most abundant life. It is like the beginning of a whole new path for you. And I look forward to seeing what that is. So today, what I'd love for you to do is I would love for you to leave me a comment about what is that desire in your heart that's calling you. I would love to help celebrate that soul-planted desire that you have, and let me know what your first step is to start moving forward. Kind of make a little mini commitment in the comment section of what your most aligned path is and what your first step forward is. And I would love it if you are enjoying the content. Hit the subscribe button right now. That really helps support me, and it lets you get notified next time I have another video. I hope you guys have a beautiful April. Tons of love. See you in the next video.